I know it's been a little bit. I was focusing on making cards and vinyl stickers. Um, but today we'll be back on needle felting, focusing on making Gengar for this mug. It has Gengar and Cleffa on it. So yeah, this is what we'll be making. Little Gengar. Little enough to fit in the mug. That's how little they gotta be. I'm splitting this wool so that I can get a long strand to make Gengar's body out of. Because if I made it all together, then the fiber will be too short as opposed to being twice the size. Have fibers sticking out. I'm just going to roll them up tightly, as compact as I can manage. Until we get a nice body. Nice size body. I think, yep, this is a good size. Might get smaller, so I'll roll it one more time. Had to sneeze. I think the wool makes me sneeze sometimes. That must be it. I have my 36 gauge needle in here. I'm going to poke away. Starting near where the cutoff is so that it stays rolled up. See? Here's the cutoff. Now I'm going to secure the cutoff, poking at a little bit of an angle. And getting it in place. And he's a little bit of a marshmallow shape right now, but I'll get him to be as round as he needs to be. Like a spear, but a little bit longer. I don't have to worry too much about this, these ends sticking out, because I will be covering it up with the purple. It's not the end of the world if it still sticks up a little bit. I decided on changing cameras. Turns out my old phone is actually better than this current camera, so I ordered an arm for it. And this current camera was pretty expensive. Um, so I'm going to save some money by ordering an arm and returning this expensive camera, which doesn't perform as well as my old phone. It's funny, the reason I have this old phone is because the money it would have saved to trade it in for the new phone is next to nothing. So I ended up keeping it as a backup phone for a while. Now it's going to be my camera. Not today, though. Not today. Another day. I'm going to get a camera arm, a phone arm, and I'm going to attach it to the table. And you might notice that this table is different from the last table. Moved it in from the basement. The last table was an IKEA table. It was really shaky. So hopefully with the new arm, which won't be a gooseneck this time, will be stable enough that I can needle felt away and use the desk as a standing desk or a sitting desk. This is my partner's old desk. Get a nice non-spherical shape going so far. Just gotta keep at it to tighten it up. Getting rid of any peaks that I see and trying to get the shape as uniform as possible before I apply this purple, because it will smooth it out to apply the purple, but it's not a miracle worker. Get this little piece of natural fiber out. See, it's a little lopsided on this side. Now, the challenge with Gengar is that he is going to have a lot of spikes, like a lot. So I wonder if I can make a simplified way of making those spikes. You'll see later after I attach the limbs and everything first. But for now, I'm going to change our needle to 38 gauge. Oops, drop that. I can't wait to make the other needle felts, the less complicated ones, because I've been doing a lot of complicated ones lately. I kind of look forward to doing the less complicated ones. The next one I'm doing after this one, though, is a dog, and that will be a little complicated. So they got their fur colors and everything. Tearing up some wool here to put on. I'll probably have to do a lot of wool for this one since it's a dark color on a light color. I'm tempted to just wrap it around. I'm worried that we'll use too much wool. This purple isn't ripping too easily. There we go. A little bit of fiber in there. Some foreign fiber. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying my stream. I don't mind lurking. I do appreciate the um getting some chats though, because then I'll have a little something to talk about other than what I'm doing. But you know, thanks for telling me. I'm glad the stream is relaxing. Okay, applying some wool to the top. I really hope I have enough purple because if I don't, that'll be a little bit of a problem. I wonder if maybe I should be doing a stylized Gengar to where they're simplified, kind of like they are on the mug, and do less spikes so that they're more cutesy. Matches the vibe of the mug, I'd say, if they were more cutesy. I was looking at Gengar's design, and I found the that it kind of changes a little bit here and there with the spikes. Like overall, they are unchanging, but their spikes do change a little bit. Like in Gen 4, you could see how uneven the spikes are. But once they converted to 3D, the spikes became more uniform. Trying to spread out the wool, but not to the point where it's completely transparent. I think there's no avoiding it that I have to go over the whole thing um, at least twice with wool. And sometimes it looks like it's going to cover everything, but then once you start poking, the the wool just becomes clear, and you can see the white underneath it. Okay, gonna cover up this end at the top or bottom. Haven't decided yet. Working on it. Hi, Bubba. My puppy's standing at me. You want to go on my lap? That's a yes. Lay down, puppy. Lay down. In the second layer on, and it looks like it's covering it pretty well this time. So I guess after I do the second layer, I'll just have to go around and check for any light spots, and then that'll be it. Not too bad. Better than having to do it 5 times. Only have to do it 3 times. See some light fibers in there on the top. You may have gone in through the mat or something to remove those. Actually, are there light fibers mixed in with this purple? There may be. There was some light fiber just in my hand a second ago. Picked it out. While I'm doing this, I'm trying to keep my poking pretty even, because if it's not, it'll create more work to do. Getting some good progress in. This should be the last of the second layer. I don't know, I wasn't keeping very good track of it. Getting pretty good here. Then I can start working on the face and the limbs. So let's do a check. I see a couple of light spots. So I'm going to take a small amount of wool for those. Yes, this is something I'm doing as a hobby for now. Though sometime, like right now, I'm not getting paid for this work since I'm doing this as a gift, as a set of gifts for, like, I'm making 6 needle felts for 6 people for Christmas as part of their set of gifts. But I do plan on selling a little bit. So I have some needle felts at a mall, a store in the mall called SEO in Springfield Mall. And they are there to be sold. But I also am thinking of going to a con to try and sell some needle felts and some of the vinyls that I made last night. So, trying to get some payback here, but cover the materials. Thank you. I think it's neat too. Yeah. So I'm trying to make it something right now. Trying to make this hobby turn into something. Well, if it doesn't, that's fine. But if it does, that'd be really cool. So I'm streaming and I'm uploading to Instagram, and right now ArtStation is completely caught up with uploads. Instagram, I'm doing one a day, and I'm about a little less than halfway through uploading everything that I have. But if you're interested in seeing everything else that I've done in needle felts, I would say go check my ArtStation. It's listed in the About page. But yeah, that is what I've got so far. And I'm working on making more and more. For the con, I was thinking of making a lot of Pokemon. But I don't have all the wool in the world, so I'm going with mostly just the wool that I have. Oh, you took a peek? Nice. I love to share my work. It is one of my many joys is sharing my work. After I finish a project, I usually like to show off to my parents and my partner, and I call it a victory run. Like, it's time for my victory run, and I'll go and show off what I've made. Oh, you like the hamster? Yeah, I thought that one was pretty good. Too bad I didn't do it on stream though. I was doing it on the couch instead. I didn't start streaming at that point. I started streaming on the project right after. But I reckon it would have been an interesting stream. Well, with the face and all. I think I've got a pretty good thing going for Gengar right now. He's just a little lopsided. So I'm gonna tighten up the puppy has left. So I'm gonna tighten up this side, poke it in a little bit. For the uploading, I did my best to get it in chronological order. But those pictures that I took, those 360 pictures, I did them all in batches at the start. So they were like out of order, and I had to rely on other pictures in order to order them chronologically. But some of them I didn't take any other pictures of them. So I just had to guess, which is a little unfortunate because I like doing things chronologically. But that's my best attempt at getting everything chronological. Oh, there's a little fuzzy region here. Use my needle at an angle to tighten that up. In this nice and tight. I think it is good enough to add spikes and everything. Okay, so we have our base for Gengar. I'm gonna do a little stretch. Okay. I'm thinking I'll do the face next. Let me clean up my phone. Set the wool over here because it's going to be used soon, so I don't need to put it away. Yeah, I think I will do the cutesy Gengar because I already have like the blush picked out too. Some red. And how small do I need to make this? think I'd want to make it pretty big. Hmm. Yeah. Maybe some more wool. And we'll try and make equivalent. It feels about the same. Roll this up. Roll the other one up. Let me see. Oh, fell down. Got it. I'm kind of seeing the vision, kind of not. I think this ball needs less wool so that it matches the other ball. Let's see here. It's more uniform before I decide where to put the eyes. Gengar looks like he is more head heavy and bottom small. Don't worry, I'm kind of struggling to see the vision too. You're not the only one. I think I'll decide to put the eyes right here. They are kind of close together. Cleaning out the borders before I fully poke this down. Poking it down. It's a nice and big eye. Is it too big or is it too small? Let me get more curved. Okay, so I'm going for the chibi look. It's definitely bigger. And that's what a chibi does. They have big eyes. The Gengar already has kind of big eyes to begin with, so I don't know how this will turn out. But if push comes to shove, it wouldn't be too hard to pick the eye out and start again. See? There's a little bit of a white fiber in that red. I had to take it out. You turn this guy upside down so I can get the symmetry better. Another white fiber. Doing the second thing of anything is hard. You have to get the positioning right and everything. Looks kind of like he has a flower in his left eye right now. Sorry, I'm silent. I'm focusing. Just focusing a little bit. This looks pretty symmetrical. Need to get rid of some of the corner, the other eye. Okay, let me stab it down now. Yeah, it looks like there wasn't enough wool for the left eye, so I'm going to add a little bit more just on top. Yeah, a little bit more wool. Maybe that's too much. Now, if that ain't enough wool, I don't know what is. stabbing his eye inward, give him a little bit more depth. I'm going to do the same to the right eye now. Yes, we stab eyes here. This is what we do. If you want an eye, you gotta get it stabbed in, or else you won't have an eye. Alright, I'd say that's a bit of depth. Here's a close-up. You can kind of see with the sheen how it just pops out. Goes in a little bit while the body pops out. Okay, that's pretty good. Now I need the pupils, and for that I need the color black, which I did not set at my desk because I forgot. So I'm going to go get that. Okay, so Gengar has small pupils, really small pupils. I wonder what would happen if I gave them big pupils. Or at least bigger than what's on there. I'm thinking like this big. And he looks cute. He looks cute. Okay. Let's take that. Maybe I should, yeah, if I just cut this in half at an angle, and I'll be able to do it for both of them. Switch to the 40 gauge needle for this. If LASIK ever weirded you out, LASIK eye surgery, try getting needle felted and stabbed in the eye 1,000 times. Looks like I need, yep, there. Use the 38 gauge to um, move a little piece of the wool in the correct direction. Trying to be careful not to break this needle as I drag the wool and carefully poke it into place. So the 40 gauge needle is quite fragile. I think I got the shape symmetrical, so let's stab it. Alright, here's some Gengar in his eyes. I think it looks a little asymmetrical, so I'm gonna add a little bit more wool to the right eye. Just rolling it up in my hand. Mm, a little more wool. That looks like enough. Poke it in place. Right, here's a close-up. Looking much better now. Stab away. Stab, stab, stab. As they say. And they do say, whoever they is. They is me, actually. I be saying it. There we go. Okay. Now for the chibi look, usually entails a small mouth, but Gengar has a big mouth. So I wonder which I should go for. Maybe a medium mouth. Hold on. Let me look at this text. Okay. I have replied to my text. Let's see. I think a really large mouth for Gengar would look weird. Especially since I gave him like really large eyes. So I think medium mouth would suffice. Add some black fiber or purple fiber mixed in with the white. Take that out. Securing the borders before I do anything. Oh, Did I disconnect at some point? I just saw the welcome to the chat room in my chat. See, get the corner of the mouth pointed as much as I can. Oh, very briefly? Not too bad. I gotta play dentist now. First, I was an eye doctor, now I'm a dentist. That's looking pretty good. Looking a little weird, actually. But I think Gengar in general looks a little weird. Make his smile come up a little bit so that he gives the Totoro look. Right? That looks better actually. I'm going to stab it in. And we're going to stab it in some more for that depth. He's looking pretty cute. I think I need some more white for his mouth though. Okay, slowing down to clear up borders. Make sure they're more uniform. I think this is like my first time doing teeth for needle felting. I haven't done anything with teeth up until this point. All right. Now I think instead of black, I'm going to go with a dark gray for the teeth lines. So I'm going to go get that. Taking small amounts of wool and rolling it in my hand. I think I'll cut this one in half. Oh, maybe that was too short. Let's pull that back out. Start again. Roll in my hand once more. This time I'm not going to cut it. The wool kind of disappeared, to be honest. I'm going to do it again. This time I'm going to hold it in the center so that it doesn't disappear. There we go. Use the 40 gauge to poke it in. 38 gauge to pull it ever so slightly up. Now he's got huge buck teeth. Look at his buck teeth. I used to have buck teeth before I got braces. Let's do this 3 more times. I mean, 2 more times. This one came out pretty thick compared to the first one, but it looks better, I think. So I think I will um, make the first one thicker. Let's get the second one, the third one out of the way first, though. Hmm. Actually, maybe the thinner looks better. So I'll fix that. Since I have 2 out of 3 already thin. I'll just make the third one match. This one I will cut in half. It's a little bit long. It was a mistake. Or is it? Okay, it was a mistake. It just went straight into the needle felt. Don't mind me. Maybe I should wait to cut it until after I get it in there. Trying to poke the teeth in to make a little bit of a crevice. Right, there's his face. I think that looks pretty good. Yep, progress. All right, now to make his limbs and tail and ears. And then I'll see what I'll have to do for the small spikes. Though I'm probably going to do a part 2 for this. It's been a while already. Now, do I want to do chibi limbs? I mean, he is pretty chibi already, but if you look at the one on the mug, he got even chibier limbs. Oh, I guess before I decide, I should do the blush. All right, good night. You have a nice night and rest well, okay? I think this is too much blush. So I am going to split it in half. I'm going to roll it up in my hand. That's similar sizes. That's cute. Now for the second side. Looks like the second blush turned out a little smaller. Add some more to that. Just going to go all the way around, or maybe just part of the way around. All right, that looks pretty good. Fix this border right here. Fix this border right here. Sculpting the face just a little bit. Right, face is done. We got a ball. Let's put this blush away. They look rather cute just as a ball like this. Thinking, oh, fix that. Looks like part of their mouth is up there. I'm thinking of maybe calling it here and continuing with the spikes at a later time. The spikes and the arms and legs and tail and ears. So it's been almost an hour 30. That's my usual cutoff time. So anyways, I'll see you later. I will continue with the Gengar and have a nice day. Hello, hello. I I might not continue to do the face cam because if I switch to my phone, I may just end up not getting, like, the phone will just be completely in the way of the face cam, in which I'll just have to not do that. So that's in the future after this project. This project may be the last time I use my face cam, since I'll be switching over to using a phone instead. And I have the arms for the phone. I ordered multiple so I can return whichever one doesn't work, whichever ones doesn't work. I do plan on continuing needle felting, at least until I complete all these mug ones. I don't know what I'll do afterwards. Like, I have plans for projects, but sometimes I just like to relax off camera when I'm creating, you know? So who knows? I may just make the next projects after the mug projects relaxation. I'm working on Gengar's ears here. Make them nice and big. Who knows? Maybe working without a face cam will be a little less stressful for me. Like, I'm not really performing, but if something were to go wrong, then I would have to perform, and that would be stressful. Right now, I'm just chilling and talking. But, yeah, maybe I'll keep on staying on streaming my needle felting without the camera. The face cam, I mean. This looks pretty good. I decided to use the core wool because I don't think I have enough purple to do the arms, legs, and ears. So I'm Jay chillin'. I got one camera arm or phone mount. I got one phone mount in the mail already. It ended up being rather short though. So there's that. It was short, but it was actually allowed me to have the face cam and it didn't show up in the face cam, which was pretty nice. But the problem with being short is that then my screen was like part of this Wool Buddy needle felting mat. The screen was shorter than the height of the mat, or width. No, it's sure. I would say height is like this way, so depth, the depth of the mat. So I was fiddling with that. That's why I'm a little late to stream today, because I was fiddling with that for a couple hours. And then I decided it's just too short, and I was also looking at different programs. Looking at different programs to see which ones worked best. I narrowed it down to two. I haven't really tried one of the two, but I think I'm just going to go with the slightly more expensive of the two. Because the more expensive one is also the one that's more well known, which must mean something. I don't want to download another program on my computer to test it. We have a cone like this and a cone like this. One is obviously taller than the other, but that's easy. I just have to do what I did with this one, which is turn it vertically, needle felt down, and rotate the needle felt down, and just keep going around. The shape changes every time you stab it. Just keep going at it. Sometimes I wonder if I can make this partially ASMR by having the mic on the mat and in my face, as it already is. I do have like a double mic kind of thing going where one charges but the other is in use. And I was wondering if I could maybe use both of them at the same time, but I've never tested it out. It does seem like they can both connect at the same time based on the plug. The dongle, I mean. My nose is itchy. Light fiber out of the purple. Then we keep going. I think this works for Gengar's ears. Remember, I'm doing the chibi look for him. I want him to be a little bit cutesy. I think that works. Here he is. Resembles like he's making cat ears. This is a Gengar, and welcome back, by the way. It is coming along. I'm hoping to finish him today. That's what I want to do, but he may end up being like a three-parter. Did you end up finishing your scenery? Last I checked, you were almost there. Awesome. Always nice to finish a project. Psyduck and Snorlax your favorites, and Gengar earned a spot. That's nice. I have a lot of favorites. One time I tried to make a list and it ended up like over 100 Pokemon. Which must mean I really do like Pokemon. And Ditto? Ditto's pretty cute. Luckily, you got a whole game to appreciate him. Pokopia. I think I like the design of Mosslax more than Snorlax. Just the nature with the large Pokemon makes it feel nice. I don't know if you've played Pokopia though. My partner played it, so I watched him play it a bit. Oh, that's right. It's a Switch 2 exclusive. I'm currently rocking a Switch Lite myself. Ooh. You'd have to, rather than selling your Switch and saving up for the Switch 2, I think you'd have to, like, if you care about your save data from previous games, you'd have to get the Switch 2 first and then transfer it and then sell it. Yeah, there are a lot of exclusive games for the Switch 2. Um, it is a new hardware, much more powerful than the Switch 1. Even though they look the same, they are most definitely not. Ah, I care for my save data. I can see how others might not. I mostly care for my Pokemon save data, um, as opposed to any other game. Like any other game I finished, I wouldn't really care if the save data were lost. Moving a foreign fiber again. Oh, Breath of the Wild saves and a new run. I did 2 runs of Breath of the Wild. My first run I played with my cousin, and the second run I played on my own, and I tried to 100% it. Like taking pictures of all the weapons and everything. Oh, I quite liked it. I liked exploring everything and all that. But I never did finish that 100% save file. I got busy with school and everything, and then I just stopped. But I really liked Breath of the Wild. It's definitely one of the games I've played a lot of hours in. 3 times. Wow. You must really like it. It's always nice to play through things you really like over again. With the Pokemon games, I used to, or I guess I still have, like the Pokemon games I've played like both versions of every single one up until now, and the third versions too, of course. Um, but I did emulate to do that. But I did indeed reach the Elite Four and beat the Elite Four for every game of Pokemon. Wait, Breath of the Wild is the first game you ever bought? Is it the first game you ever had? Are you new to gaming? Oh, for the Switch. Hmm, a DS. I remember some of the first games that I um, bought on my own for, or not, I don't think I bought it on my own. I think I bought it um, like I chose it on my own. And that was like Solo to Robo, Devil Survivor Overclocked, and what was it? It's like Quantum Continuum or something like that, too. It was some fighting game that had the word Continuum 2 on it. I'll have to search that up real quick. It had an iconic name. Oh, it's BlazBlue. That's what it was. BlazBlue Continuum Shift 2. Those were like the three first games that I got that I chose for myself, that I remember choosing for myself. And why did I choose those games? It's because I liked the art styles. Oh, a bunch of stuff on my computer just disconnected for some reason. Hopefully nothing else is affected. Oh yeah, and Rune Factory 4 as well. Those are mostly 3DS games, I think, if I remember correctly. But Solo to Robo was definitely a DS game, I'm pretty sure. I never did finish that one because I got stuck. I didn't put anything into hydraulics because I didn't know what hydraulics was, but you really needed to put stuff into hydraulics for that game, or else you'd have to click really fast. Is a You have to button mash to attack. enemies. But I did another playthrough of it on an emulator recently because I don't have the game anymore because I sold it. But recently I played Solo to Robo again and I beat it. I actually beat it. I did utilize save states though because it's a little bit hard. Some people call it a baby game, but I'm not much of a gamer. Well, I play lots of games, so I am a gamer, but I play a lot of games a lot of time, but I'm not a skilled gamer. I'm just an enjoyer. I also played before I replayed Solo to Robo. I played the prequel game, which was Tail Concerto on emulator. It's really hard navigating a 3D environment with just a D-pad. So that was I think it was a PS1 game, and not having a D-pad. Not having a joystick for a 3D environment is a little difficult. Yeah, I did like Tail Concerto. I did like Solo to Robo. The Solo to Robo had references, like character references to Tail Concerto. Like they were actually there in the game. And they also had character references to. Oh, go ahead and do your call. Um, they also had character references to Mamoru-kun, which was like a little thing they did for teaching kids about emergency safety protocols. Okay, 2 ears. Make one stubbier like the other one. Make this one less pointy. Alright, that's pretty even. Let's get these attached. Oh, yeah, I see a light spot. Can't have that. That's one ear. Let's get the other, and then I'll put some wool on to hide the white that's shown. I have two ears need to be covered. Slowly covering the whites. It's a lot of white showing. Needle is loose. Just quick tighten. Covering it up. There's a little bit of white left on that ear. I'm gonna get it. Looks like the other ear is much easier. Right, we have 2 ears. Now what's going to make him look weird is the arms and legs. I'm hoping it doesn't make him look too weird. Sculpting the face a little bit so that the ears kind of blend in. That blends pretty good. I'm leaving this centerpiece puffy because I'm going to add spikes to it later. And that's probably going to sink into it. Okay. Now I think that I want to use coral wool for the arms and legs, since I did for the ears. Unless I go with small legs. And small legs read pretty well for the chibi look. Let's see. Do I have enough wool to do that? Say about this much wool for a leg. We'll have them sitting. Mm. I think I will use coral wool. Leg that's like this big. Probably won't use coral wool for the arms though, since those will be really small. Rolling it up. Take a sip of water. a natural fiber on the mat. Let's get this felted nice and tight. Probably would have been easier if I rolled it tighter. That's looking pretty good. Just have them sitting like that. Here's what I'm looking at. This. Let's get the other one. Welcome back. I'm working on the legs for Gengar. Got his ears in, see? Ears are in. So I have 2 leg pieces. One could be felted a little tighter. Yep, that works. The other, you're fine. You're fine. Oh, you found your DS. Barely used it when you were little. My first game system was the Game Boy Color, and I had Babe and Friends on it, which was Babe was this little pig, and you'd have to go through like mazes and puzzles and stuff. Oh, you preferred reading? Hmm. I wasn't much of a reader as a kid. I did have good reading skills. Like I knew the definitions of words and stuff. But I don't know, it must have been the autism in me because I had horrible reading comprehension. I would always read it and then I would get something completely different than the rest of the class growing up. It's like that's not how you were supposed to interpret it, but that's how I interpreted it. I guess I just paid attention to the wrong details. Right, time to wrap these. I think that one was pointing. Covering up this leg tightly, putting tights on it. This leg is getting longer as I go around it, so I'm gonna make it pudgier again. Let's continue covering it. Just getting this leg through. want to do is I want it all the way covered, except for the end where I'm connecting it. And I think I have achieved that for one leg. There. There's my leg piece. So I have to hold my hand here. Wrapping it around. So on the next leg. Just take a little break. My squishy. Now squishy has to recover. It's not just any squishy. It's a chocolate bread squishy. It smells a little bit like chocolate. It smelled more like chocolate when I first got it. I got it on Amazon. I could find it for you if you're interested. Yeah, chocolate bread is what it was labeled as, if I remember correctly. Okay, I found it. Now I'm going to somehow get this across. Where do I comment? Somehow get this across. Oh, there's my voice. Right, there's the Amazon link that I got it from. Ooh, had a sneeze. My dog's staring me down. She didn't like that. She did not like that sneeze. Oh yeah, I should probably look up chala. Oh yeah, it does look exactly like that. Except mine looks like it came from a rectangular pan. A guttural noise. A hard cha. Guttural. Let me pull this out. Chala, chala. Oh, computer making out. Keyboard. Pronunciation.
Hala. Hala.
Hala. With no C? Huh.
Hala. Hala.
Hala. Also known as birches in Central Europe. Special bread in Jewish cuisine, usually braided. Ceremonial occasions such as Shabbat. That sounds kind of similar to the bread's name. Oh, you don't say challah? Oh, let's see. Jewish pronunciation.
So you've seen it
So
at the
you've seen it at the
bakery.
bakery.
You've seen it
You've
on
seen it
those hip
on those
cooking
hip cooking
shows.
shows.
But
But
how
how
do
do
you
you
pronounce
pronounce the word?
So some of the
So some of the
confusion comes
confusion
from the
comes
fact
from the
that the
fact that
word
the word
challah is
challah
not
is
based
not
off of
based
an
off
English
of an
word. It
English word.
actually
It
comes from
actually
Hebrew.
comes from Hebrew.
Now, Hebrew
Now,
has a
Hebrew has a
completely different
completely different
outprint and
outprint
Hebrew
and
Hebrew.
Hebrew Hebrew.
Now, the
Now, the
first
first
letter of the
letter
word
of the
challah
word challah
um, makes a sound
makes
that
a
we're not
sound that
quite
we're not
used
quite
to
used
in
to in
English.
English.
So in English, we're
So in
used to
English, we're used to
a guttural
a
H sound.
guttural H
Huh,
sound. Huh,
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 huh.
huh.
Kind of almost like
Kind
you're
of almost like
hocking
you're
up a piece
hocking
of
up a
phlegm.
piece of
Ha.
phlegm.
And that's
And
the
that's the
letter that's at
letter
the beginning of
that's
the
at
word
the beginning of the
challah.
word challah.
So it's not
So it's
pronounced
not pronounced
challah.
challah.
The reason you have the
The reason
ch
you have
in
the ch
English
in
is because they
English
were
is because
trying to
they were
figure out a
trying to figure
way
out a way
to say, hey,
to
it's
say,
not a
hey, it's
soft
not a
H
soft
sound.
H sound.
Challah.
Challah.
It's actually
It's
a
actually
guttural
a
H sound.
guttural H sound.
Challah.
Challah.
So,
So,
the
the
correct Hebrew
correct
pronunciation
Hebrew
is
pronunciation is
challah.
challah.
As an English
As an
speaker,
English
if you
speaker,
use a
if you
soft
use
H
a
and say
soft H and
challah,
say challah,
no one's going to
no
correct
one's going to
you,
correct
and
you, and
unless
you're
like
in the
you're
middle
in the middle
of
of an Israeli
an
Hebrew
Israeli
speaking
Hebrew speaking
population, no
population,
one's going to
no one's
notice,
going to notice,
and you can get away with it.
and you
But
can get away with
please,
it. But
no,
please,
don't
no,
call it
don't
challah.
call it
It's
challah.
not.
It's not.
And actually,
And
that
actually, that
confusion
confusion
where people have tried to
translate
translate
Hebrew
Hebrew
terms
terms to
to
English
English
and
I'm not
and
didn't
used
know
to
what to do
using
with the
guttural
guttural H.
sounds,
that's why we
The
have
different
but
the different
spellings of
spellings of
ha-
Hanukkah,
because it's not
because it's
hala.
actually
not actually
Hanukkah, it's
Hanukkah, it's
Hanukkah.
Hanukkah.
It's that same
It's that
guttural
same
H sound.
guttural H
So
sound.
that's why
So
sometimes
that's
you'll
why
see
sometimes you'll
Hanukkah
see
written
Hanukkah
with
written
just an
with
H at the
just an
beginning,
H
and
at the
sometimes
beginning,
you'll
and
see it
sometimes you'll
written
see it
with a
written with a
CH to
CH
represent
to
that
represent
guttural
that
H sound.
guttural H sound.
So yeah, once
So
again,
yeah,
if you're
once
trying to
again,
say
if
it
you're trying to
correctly,
say it correctly,
challah.
challah.
And
Hala.
if you want
And
to
if
go
you
with
want to go with
challah, that's fine.
challah, that's
Like I
fine.
said, I'm a
Like I said,
native
I'm a
English
native
speaker.
English speaker.
Okay. Hala. That's interesting. Yeah, language is fun. The What I also find interesting about language is the way that words change when they go into different languages. Is a It always is different to match the way that the language reads things, or to match the way that they speak, in what mouth regions or throat regions or gut regions that they use to speak. And then in different cultures and languages, the each word will change. So I think it would do good if everyone were more accepting of the way people pronounce things. But of course, not erasing the original pronunciation. I have a lot of funny pronunciations because I learned them just from reading or just from listening, and then I didn't know. The ones that I know from just reading, I ended up pronouncing wrong. I ended up pronouncing a lot of English words wrong, actually. My partner corrected me on a lot of them. But I am also Vietnamese household, half Vietnamese household, and that doesn't help. Yeah, gotta look up how to pronounce words sometimes. They're um, not always obvious, especially if they're adapted from a different language than the one that you um, currently speak. I only know English though. I wasn't taught Vietnamese. I did learn Spanish in high school though, but that's over a decade ago now. And it hasn't come into much use, so I've forgotten it. Hmm. Only English clicked for you? I think English is one of the more simple languages. Like, it does have a lot of exceptions and such, but overall it's pretty simple in comparison to some other languages. I've heard Korean is pretty simple too. At least the alphabet. Then you have to get into vocabulary and everything. Hmm. Oh, you've heard English is hard? Hmm. I've heard both. That English is easy and English is hard. But the hard parts of English would be, I can't remember. The hard parts of English would be the exceptions. Oh, yeah, the exceptions, that's the hard part. But the vocabulary and the alphabet are more literal and simple. So to be a functioning English speaker, you don't have to do as much. Hair and pear, hair and hair. Hmm. Well, every language has similar, like I wouldn't say that's an English thing only that makes it hard. That there's a lot of languages that have words that sound the same as other words, and they have their own slang, they have their own exceptions and everything as well. So I wouldn't say that'd be the only thing. Like if English is hard, then I'd say every other language would be hard, if not harder. English and Korean. I don't know of any other languages that have been described as easy though. I'd say Spanish is just as hard as English in difficulty. Actually, no. It might be a little bit harder because it has all those rules to it. I remember learning, what was it called? I don't remember. Conjunctions? I don't remember. Anyway, I'm touching Gengar's legs now. I think French and Spanish are similar if I remember correctly. Similar in difficulty and rules. You're about to order your senior year hoodie? That's nice. I ordered shirts my senior year of high school. I had a shirt for the National Honor Society. Damn if I can say it. Hmm. Yeah, learning a different language is not in the cards for my brain. I have a hard enough time with one language. Another language, I've tried learning different languages like Spanish, Japanese, Vietnamese, Southern Vietnamese specifically. I've given a lot of languages a try. Oh, Hebrew? I think, if I remember correctly, my high school did have Hebrew too. But I might be fibbing. Maybe I'm thinking I'm Korean. I remember it had some language that wasn't normal for high schools. Like one of the less common languages. I couldn't remember what it was. Oh, you're in a religious private school. My cousin went to one too. I went to public school though. I am not religious. If I were to be anything, I'd be agnostic. An all girls school. My school was mixed. Well, I would think you're still living at home. You're pretty young. You're literally a decade younger than me. I'm still living at home. Because I am a jobless bum. Trying to make a job out of needle felting, though. You do have the age excuse. The last time I had a job was Hazel. It's okay. I think my phone mounts are here. Or some package. Yep, puppy's going off. Anyways, when I was at my internship for school, I found that standing for a long time made my legs and feet swollen, and it stayed swollen literally the entire time I was there, and for like 3 months after. Like 3 months of rest after. And my hands were swollen too for a long time. My finger joints. because it was a labor-intensive job. I don't know why, but I'm assuming it was like HEDS, like Ehlers-Danlos, hypermobile Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, and I'm just undiagnosed or something. There's definitely something going on, something unusual. So I don't want to get a job because I can't drive safely. Like if the roads were empty, I can drive, but they're not, so I can't. And because of my joints getting all swollen. So I'm just gonna try and find something that works where I can work at home. At the very least, earn a little bit of funding. Some lifestyle funding. Okay. Gengar has legs. They look kind of like the Disney XD logo. If I'm remembering it correctly. Let me search it up real quick. Disney XD logo. Yeah, there he is. This guy. He looked kind of like this guy. Oh, I clicked on something. This guy. I don't know what is going on cable TV anymore. I don't have cable. I don't even know if Disney XD still exists. I remember it was like for teens or early teens. Okay, next I want to make Gengar's arms, his little arms. And I think I don't need core wool for that. I just take about this much. That works. Okay. And then there should be plenty for the spikes later. Bit of white fiber in the purple. Right, getting the arms in. It's blush appreciation time. Get his little face with his little blush. He's got blush on the The mug too. No, I am not making the one that's on the mug. I'm making one just a little bit different. Yeah, he still fits in the mug. That's good. He is very cute. I try to give him like a Totoro-esque smile. I don't know if you can see it. The way the top of the mouth is downturned and the bottom of the mouth is upturned. I made his eyes big too. They're much bigger than normal Gengar's eyes. I made his pupils bigger too. He's got big ears, little legs, and he's about to have little arms. The tighter you roll the wool, the less felting you'll have to do, I think. Looking at his little nubbins, his little nubs. This little piece of white fiber out. Now I'm attaching his arms. One arm attached. For the next one, Hmm. That one's upturned and the other arm is downturned. I think I want them both upturned. So I'm going to take this one and flip it over. Just rip it right off. Rip that arm off. I think I'm going to try to attempt to make his legs shorter. White fiber sticking out of his leg. There, that looks much better. Let's make the other one shorter. Right, here's Gengar without his spikes, but everything else is there. He's got little arms, little legs. He is cute. Just add some wool to the end of his legs. So he's got some white showing. add some to his other leg because there's white showing on that one too. Trying to support his leg with my PP fingers. A little more white on this toe. I'm gonna roll up a little ball, stick it right on top. It's okay, puppy. Right. Here's Gengar. Can he sit? He cannot. Try to make this more flat. Okay, now he can sit. Oh yeah, he does have a tail. He does, doesn't he? I gotta do the tail and then I can do all the spikes for Gengar. Which I'm not looking forward to doing a bunch of repetitive spikes, but it is what it is. Right now Gengar is very naked of his spikes. Think about this much to do for a tail. Yeah, that looks about right. His tail would help him balance so as to not fall back on himself. I just poked my glove a little bit. It's a little nubbin. This piece of white wool off of it. Thank you. I think he's looking pretty great too. If I do say so myself. And I do. Switch to my 40 gauge needle for attaching things. The 40 gauge needle doesn't make things, doesn't create indents like the 38 gauge needle does. Right, now he's perfectly balanced like a tripod. Here's his little tail. I'm tempted to call him complete, but like, he needs spikes. He needs spikes, definitely. Without his spikes, he's not Gengar. I would recognize him as Gengar, though. I would. Okay, let's get these spikes going. So he needs a spike for his hair. I'm just pulling out random pieces of wool and felting them. Not even bothering with the measurement, because all the spikes are different sizes. Hmm. You know, with this here, maybe I can make this other side also a spike. And then get it. No, no, whatever. I'm just gonna attach it. Actually, no, I think I will go with that idea. Let's get this rolled up a little. Not felt the center. I'm going to take this, felt the center of it into his head. Right, there's two little spikes on his little head. He looks a little cute. Now for some more spikes. Another spikes. These are supposed to be a little bit smaller. The ones on the side of his head. No words, but you said he's cute. You have word. You have one word. Are you trying to think of a word? Looks like all my mail has arrived. That's good. I'll take a look at all that when I'm off of stream. I'm going a little bit. I'm already at the point where I would normally cut off stream at 1 hour is 47. I'm still feeling pretty good. That is true. I don't want to burn out. I'm not even sure if these spikes are legible on this such a small needle felt. Pretty hard to see, but they're there. Okay, that reads as 4 spikes. Make them a little shorter. All right. Bye bye. See you next time. I'm continuing. For now. Look up Gengar again. Yeah, his hair is indeed like all the way back. Let's see. Gengar's back looks like this. And that is a lot of spikes. This one This figure on Gengar's head only has 3 spikes on his head, as opposed to 4. That's an idea. Anyways, time to get along making a bunch of random spikes. Want to do... So since they're random, that means I can be more free with them, I guess. But they are bigger than the ones on the head, I think. So I'm going to take more wool to make those spikes. I'm going to try and do it as quickly as I can to be efficient with time. And I think I've already created 1 spike, which is pretty good if I do say so myself. And I do. And I'll keep saying that phrase forever. Okay, so I guess I'll just go top to bottom. I want to put this one in the middle first. It's got some white fuzz on it. White fibers. Take that out. Alright, that is 1 spike done successfully. Okay, which means he looks pretty fine from the front, now that he's got his 1 spike. Then let's continue. Let's roll them up a little bit. Speed this up. Speed up the felting. And I'm just going to focus on one end. Make one end spiky and the other end fluffy. Or pointy rather than spiky. Okay. Almost. That's another spike done. Let's add them on. Okay, it's another spike. Slowly looking like Gengar. Well, he already does, but slowly looking like a proper Gengar. You know, since this is a Gengar and Cleffa mug, I could have made Cleffa. I could have. But with the balance of the pink overtaking the mug, I just like, I have to make Gengar. I have to balance it. Okay. That is almost done. Just need to tuck in some fibers. I see we've hit the 2-hour mark this time. That's the second time I've done a 2-hour stream. With needle felting anyways. I did do a stream with SolidWorks for a while. Until I finished it. Finished making that drone. Okay, this next spike is on the small side, but I think that works. Because it changes. Gengar spikes do change. Roll that up. Working on that point. Just repeating. Hopefully we'll finish the Gengar this stream. I think he'll look awesome. Okay, another spike done. I think this is the last middle spike. So that's giving me an idea of how many spikes I'll end up doing. Let's get this white fiber out though, before we attach it. Here we go. And then nice and attached. Oh, this is actually easier than I thought it'd be. It wasn't like the ice Kirby with the icicles. Okay. So sideways, Gengar looks pretty good. Now I just need to add 2 more columns of spikes. Ah, attached to me. I think I'll go with a smaller spike. There we go. Smaller spike because it's behind the ear. My back is starting to feel sitting up straight for so long. But I must persevere, for I am so close to the finish line. I am so close. And then after this one, I am making a Chewini, which is a dog. Okay, here's my spike. Here he goes. Try and get him in the right spot. That's pretty good. Let me do the small spike on the other side. Try to get them symmetrical. I'm excited to open mail, get that little dopamine hit. And I'm excited to experiment and see which phone mount works with my phone. I can do a new streaming camera setup. And I can return this expensive webcam and save some money. This webcam, I also have grounds to return it because it lied to me. It doesn't do what it said it does. It said 4K 60 FPS. It only does 30 and 15 FPS. I don't even know if Twitch does 4K, to be honest. But as long as I'm at 60 FPS, everything should be fine. Hopefully my head's not in the way. I do have a habit of doing that. Right, we got 2 spikes. So I'm thinking 2, 1, maybe 3. So 4 more spikes, hopefully. Or maybe it might just look good at 2 spikes. 2 more spikes. We'll see. Well, luckily, I will not be running out of wool. So my worries are quelled. My worries of running out of wool. I'll keep going. Making that point. It's another spike done. Let's get it attached. My fellow Rin, I think you posted a message on the wrong stream. So I'm not sure how that relates to Gengar. Yeah. Happens. Happens to the best of us. You know what? I think this may be good at just 2. Or maybe I'm just positioning this last spike too far away. I think I am. I think I'll position it closer. So let me tear this out. Put it closer. I'll stick with doing 3 more spikes. Yeah, that looks better. Getting the spike done. Let me look at Gengar's back one more time. His other spike ends earlier than the middle spikes. So I may actually just stick with just doing one more spike and then call it done. If I do another spike, I wouldn't be following Gengar's back rules. Another row of spikes, I mean. Okay, getting the spike all formed. I think it's almost there. Just gotta clean it up a little bit. Do some shallow pokes. And feels like a good spike. Let's see. If I were to do a third row, it would look like this, but with small spikes. And I think it looks good. So I think I will do 2 more little spikes, not big spikes. White fiber. This one just picked up a bunch of white fiber. It's not even, so I'll pull it up a little bit. I think this is enough for a small one. Let's get another, just about that amount. Gengar can't lay down to look at the camera anymore because they have spikes on their back now. Okay, there's one little spike. White fiber on him again. Let's get it placed. It's kind of hard to hold Gengar now. He has so many details everywhere. Okay, so I got one little spike right by the tail. And I'd say that looks pretty good. So I'm going to do the next little spike. And that'll be the last spike on Gengar. I have the fan turned on in here, but it's still a little hot. The fan doesn't really reach the corner of the room where I'm sitting, so I can't feel it at all. But I do know that the air is circulating, because when it doesn't circulate, I get stuffy. Okay, this should work with a little spike. White fiber hanging around here. There's always a white fiber. Always. Or a black fiber. Or a natural fiber. It's always those colors and materials. Okay, let's attach the final spike. And then to position. Alright. I call this done. Let me just do a little quality check. Looking around. You should be able to sit on a flat surface. Yep. Except he's a little lopsided. Let me fix this leg. All right. He sits and he scores. There's my Gengar. And does he fit? Please fit. And he fits. He sits in the mug. Excuse me. Got a hiccup. Right? Let me just look around and flatten some fibers. See some fibers near the face standing up. This leg over here. Let me make his butt a little flatter so he meshes with the legs a little bit. All right, that's smooth. And he's done. All nice and clean. Didn't even have to iron him. Well, I'll see you guys back for the next project. But this one, I'd say, is done. Bye-bye.